oh, yeah. This thing don't find it, don't really mourn. Yeah, the way our people die, no sweet again. Oh, na 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 na. We call fear people, them they suffer. Oh, na 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 na. But been cheap, but now we dear. Oh, na 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 na. Music shine and sing, they no hit again. The people they sell no profit again. Profit again. Man and they watch film. We want to know if not the actor go die on the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man and they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film. We want to know if not the actor go die on the toughest go left. Man and they watch film. The people not able to talk because they don't see them right. Yeah. When they want for talk again, yeah, and then go take them life. Yeah. Politicians they live good life. See them they chill with them wife. Yeah. Now them they drive good cars. Why the masses they cry? Then just they kill and they chill in a prison. They act or they watch. I swear you know they talk thing. But I no blame nobody. Now the director. Where direct this film. We don't take the script and give unto the wrong person. Now we don't spoil the film. Hey, we tired with the crush. Prostitution all around. Man, they watch film. We want to know if not the actor go die. We want the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man, they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film. Oh na na na. Hey, yeah. Liberian free they county, but still saloon people they sleep. Hey. Guinean free they county, but still saloon people they know. I say the first thing we pay me, then kill democracy, then still back election, then stand back for kill. But I know nobody not the director. We direct this film. We don't take the script and give unto the wrong person. Now we don't spoil the film. Too much of bloggers, plenty don't die. So when they talk this and talk that's plenty don't lie. Man and they watch film. We want to know if not the actor go die. We want the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man and they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film. Oh na na na. Hey, yeah. Prison break, no prison break. We see the fate more life than take. Police they fight civilian. Soldier man them just they kill civilian. This thing they...
Welcome to the APC Diaspora 6th Region website, your gateway to unity and progress. It's more than a platform, it's the heartbeat of our community. Inform, engage, and empower, all built with you in mind. Create your profile, connect with members, and explore opportunities. Join us to thrive and contribute to a united APC diaspora. Stay informed with the latest news and updates. Access valuable resources to empower your journey. Plan and participate in events that bring us closer together. Join us for the grand launch at the Diaspora Retreat in Gambia. Discover how this platform is reshaping the way we connect and collaborate. Visit us at www.apc-diaspora.com. Together, we are stronger.
What a lovely introduction. On a good evening, on a cabo, on a kushe, on a morning. Some of you are going to go to bed now, on a good night as well. But don't go to bed. Stay up and watch us. My name is Fattia Samura. This is the APC Diaspora TV online. Today is the 2nd of March 2025, the first Sunday in March, and also it's Ramadan. So Ramadan Mubarak to everybody with the fast during this month of Ramadan. I wish you a peaceful and a happy and a blessed fast day. All una dua una de make. I hope say the Almighty God answer on our prayers and on our fasting. Okay, I'll introduce myself again. My name is Fattia Samura, one of the hosts of the Diaspora TV Online. Before we get any further, please, guys, I would like for you to press the share button. So, on share. Just press the share button so other people can join the conversation. And also if I get any question, please guys, una put on the chat. We're wonderful guests today. We know the ins and out of the topic. You're able to answer. If at all a answer and during me question, then I would not highlight the I will not highlight your question because it's already been answered. But anything when I get when I join the conversation, please guys, and share the live. And also don't forget for press the subscribe button so you subscribe to the APC Diaspora TV online. So as soon as we come on, you get the notification, you join us. Thank you very much, everybody. So right now, I can introduce my first guest. Now a regular now we platform now, yeah. Una all know and I'm a senior comrade. Most of una already watch me as well on a senior comrade. He's not just a comrade as well. He's a lawyer. He knows the ins and outs of Sierra Leone law, everything about Sierra Leone law, everything about APC law, everything about everything law. He know everything. So now a learned individual is the one and only Ahmed Sesay. Lawyer Ahmed Sesay, please join me on a lovely platform this first Sunday of March.
Oh, thank you, Ramadan Mubarak. May I just use this opportunity also for make a Ramadan appeal for those of you who have relatives in Sierra Leone and all over the world. At the time this for share, at the time this for give, irrespective of you faith, you must know that neighbor. Salon a religious tolerance country. You must know that you neighbor, that Ilaman, that Fulama, or Bindenia, when a Muslim, even though you're a Christian. Perhaps you just want, if not small thing this Ramadan, you send for them because it's really tough. Uh, every Ramadan I say this, and I will also say this again. My name is Ahmed Sesay. I'm a practitioner based in the United Kingdom and Wales, and also a legal consultant in Sierra Leone. I'm also a businessman. I'm a politician. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah. Thank you so much, comrade lawyer Ahmed Sesay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said to Olana, I'm a senior comrade. Mr. Comrade, lawyer. I don't even know how to approach you. I don't even know how to call you. I will just say
Yeah,
anyhow. I'm
yeah.
sure
Comment.
yes. I'm sure you can you accept any name I called you.
Oh,
Um
yes.
Today, this particular topic, I'll just give the topic. I think the topic will come at the bottom as well. The topic for tonight, this Sunday, it says they have succeeded in dividing the bar into APC and SLPP. It's dangerous that the bar cannot professionally differentiate between the justice system and politics. So now that we can't talk today, as soon as we see it don't come at the bottom. So we want to know, please, lawyer Ahmed, you're not a lawyer. You know the Sierra Leone, you know how it works. Why? The first question where most of reviewers there and most Sierra Leonean want to know why make we not able the bar society, the law school, anything law, not able for differentiate, for separate themselves, say we are not a politician, we're not lawmaker, we're here to protect Sierra Leone and the people and its, you know, everything in Sierra Leone. And they why make them not able for differentiate themselves between the two. Politics A, bar B. Why not A, B together? Please, sir, explain to us, enlighten us.
Oh, well, thank you for asking me. First of all, the Sierra Leone Bar Association is a prestigious organization. It gave for be one of the oldest in the sub-region. Uh, I am not, for the records, I am not a member of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. I'm a member of the uh, uh, SRA, Solicitors Regulatory Authorities of United Kingdom. I'm a member of the Chartered Institute of Legal Executives in the United Kingdom. Now, the two organizations will regulate me as a practitioner in the United Kingdom. But me brother, me siblings, I come up from a family of lawyers. My brother, my small sisters, my small brothers, they're all members of the Bar Association, my friends. So it is a prestigious organization. And sadly, in the past, they run normal. Nobody no one know what's in the gone, the past, the, the I mean, sorry. In
That's
the
okay.
past, uh, in the past, we get um uh respectable people them we graduate from Lincoln's Inn, the prestigious law inns in United Kingdom, in a Temple, Lincoln's Inn, the Terrace Grace Inn. You have the Terrace Terry, the late lawyer Seri Kamal. You have prestigious lawyers we later like Oconte, we graduate from high echelon of law institutions now United Kingdom. We come from the bar association. We start the bar association now, yeah. Professor Gusto Thomas, a lot of them. So it used to be a very prestigious institution, and I believe it still is. It's just busy some elements they want to use for as a conduit for foster them political ambition. But lawsuit bar association still get good people them, good lawyers. Now, let me just give you the background as a lawyer. When you become a lawyer, like we in England, me title now, you are a solicitor of His Majesty the King. Like me, the tell more qualify. You're a solicitor of Her Majesty's Higher Court.
Mhm.
So you owe allegiance to the court. You owe allegiance to the people. You owe allegiance for uphold the Constitution. Your duty as a lawyer is to assist the state in arriving at justice, not to just your client. So your obligation is they high to the state, to the court, as equal as your client. So in other words, your client's not going to make you deceive, enough for make you deceive the state or the court. You're there to assist the court for let we arrive at a justiciable conclusion of any matter. So it brings the profession into sharp focus, the objectivity of the profession, the integrity of the profession, and how you should be neutral, how your duty to uphold the law, the Constitution. We are custodians of the law. So, in other words, that is why most politicians are lawyers, because then they can say it go easy for us for communicate the rights of people as lawyers. So that is why we can jump into politics quick. So if lawyers they see them, they veer from that path, from that norms, they go into deep into politics. It is worrisome. The consequence way that they pose, the ramifications can be incalculable and can be boku. Take for example, when before this last regime of the bar association, we get a Sierra Leone Legal Forum. We get a heated debate in 2001 when the bar association began the election. In 2020 or 2021. Immediately when the bar association concluded the elections, then for celebrate the winner, including the former Attorney General, sadly, been dead away, Madam Schwartz, they chant, they hold their hand, they chant, Madabio, Madabio. I mean, that is their victory. That's how they celebrated their victory. The team will be win. So that was the time when we begin for Lawson. Because as a bar association, now we for Sidon, we look at, because members say how laws are made. The main source of law are from the courts and parliament. Parliament, they make statutes, legislations, and they make the constitution. The courts, they make common law. Where law no dey inside constitution, where law no dey inside statute or legislation, where they not make, where parliament not make law it, they not go dismiss you in a court, say, well, pastor, this guy wey you thief inside this tumbler, law no dey for that, so you free. No, the judge they make a ruling based on a whole lot of equity, a whole lot of facts, a whole lot of circumstances. The judge they rule whether he writes for lepers or he thief this kanya or he not thief am. inside the tumbler. So that is why we lawyers therefore interpret laws that were made in courts. We call them common law, judicial precedents. We not to parliament make. So we therefore be very neutral when they interpret these laws. Then two, we therefore be careful as judiciary, let we not take the rule of parliament for make law where parliament dey. Where parliament make law, now the judiciary they interpret. So this all, it goes to show the importance of the bar association, of us lawyers, for be a custodian of the law, for try not for mix politics with duty for uphold the law.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you so much. At least you don't give me a great background, very, very intense background for try to tell we the bar, explain in detail what in and meaning, how important that particular association in meaning. Well, lately we don't see say now they non-split. Now you get the law society, you get the bar society. Before there were one. So waiting on bring these splits and how these people then go able for negotiate for work together. Because it's either one is feeling elitist and the other one in the feel a little bit down. So waiting not happen what we don't get this split and waiting at the ramification for this kind of split we don't get we country. These two people and how are they going to work together now for the betterment of the people and Sierra Leone?
Well, in theory, they will say they're not split, even though being a presumptive member of the Lawyers Society, then go say, no, we're not split. If peace been there, I will say the advent of Lawyers Society is a very good initiative. If peace been there, if not to under these circumstances, they form Lawyers Society. Lawyers Society, the main objective now for form an association where they include lawyers with the salon and we with the outside salon for let you become a member of Lawyers Society. If you now a practitioner anywhere in the world, and we get so much lawyers there now outside Sierra Leone, with the UK, even Australia, even China, we get Sierra Leone lawyers and the Turkey. So from get an association like Lawyers Society, if not to a child of disputes, even for fine. But now, bar association, because of one, the politicking, because then don't the politicians then don't succeed for enter for use the bar association, or the lawyers who are also politicians don't want use the bar association as a forum. You see, one of the institution that is responsible for checks and balances after parliament is the bar association. We're able to check, we're able to check the government, we get authority, because when we speak in terms of constitutional matters, when we speak in terms of the law, even though a politician want to talk, hey, me not a lawyer, but now this me understand. Now we understand and we're telling you this is wrong because we are trained to interpret the law. The law we have 5 different tools for interpret constitutional instruments, legal instruments, where ordinary man or a lay person no go able. So if you bias already, meaning the government of the day, they can get away with a lot of things without you not able to say it. One my colleague, Adi Macaulay, and I also wrote a piece on that when the Cyber Act be one legislate the law we then call the Cyber Act, we now for cyber terrorism, cyber bullying, that way that they use today misinterpret for suppress freedom of speech, where they use against this our hunt, where we caution say it infringe on chapter 3 of they infringe on a fundamental principle of we constitution when a freedom of speech. We therefore be very careful when they pass the law an act of parliament not for interfere with you writing at the constitution. But at that time, they were just saying, hey, now because we the opposition, we want to do bad thing, I make we dey talk against those laws. As lawyer, the Bar Association before put them foot down for ensure that laws, any law where they make, no go derogate you right where they not already give you na the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991. That is our role. And then for make sure say, when the president misinterpret the law, I can remember the economic emergency. When they be one pass the health emergency, by rights, then for don't go to parliament, parliament suppose for don't do their own regulations before they pass the health emergency. So they failed to do that. So one of my colleagues, the erudite lawyer Kaloko, took that matter. He wrote to the president saying, Mr. President, you've been ill-advised because this is what the law says. And in the end, they follow the law. When they want for pull the jury trial, I wrote an open letter to the president. I communicated the position of the law and the constitution. And I reminded His Excellency of we obligations under international conventions, human rights conventions as well, for full jury trial. So that is the role of lawyers. Even though I am APC, but as I put the human rights in me, my role as a lawyer, I put them front without any compromise. When the former president been get a conflict with the law with regards to the vice president, some lawyers in the APC, they wrote a piece, they said, Your Excellency, I don't think you're right. So you get for be, irrespective of the party where you belong, you get for be able for say, for condemn anybody who want attempt for interfere with the law. So politicians feel say if them dominates the bar association, this current regime, then they will able for silence the bar, for let them come out as a unit. Imagine when Adi Macaulay wrote, if that Adi Macaulay letterhead, it will be bar association letterhead, it will be very serious. When Pasita Michael wrote a position paper on the unity of Sierra Leone as a bar association president, it went a long way. Even the European Union rely on the bar association, their findings, for make conclusion. So now I make them afraid because of Pasita Michael. They say, oh, this bar association will not go ever allow a president again for let it can will not able get under we control. That is the reality.
Okay. You saying so lawyer then, for example, stand up, or particularly if they see say the government of the day is trying to break the law, or no one follow the law in accordance with the constitution, and for speak out or even wrote an open letter, for example, like what you do in Adi Macaulay. But saying so is all good, and saying so. But also we know say freedom of speech, the law and they not get that freedom for manipulate or do what I use the word manipulation as an adjective, for do what they're supposed to do in terms of law. They're not able, some Kiwandus are not able, not because of this, then they suppress them, or in other words, what they not accept outside from the dark. Make most of them not able for come and say, hey, Mr. President, A, B, and C, so then just let the government just run with it. Not as if because they're afraid of what's going to happen at the background where we don't know.
You know, that is why I said earlier when I start, I say we make an oath for uphold the law. In England, when they swear in for as lawyer, when they call you to the roll or call you to the bar, it swear say whatever be the case, fearlessly they uphold the law. Mandela in freedom movement stem from in practice as a lawyer. He spoke because as a lawyer he's supposed to speak. He not speak as a citizen where he starts. He speak because he was a lawyer and he wanted to espouse his obligation. He wanted to discharge his obligation as a lawyer. and then later as a citizen. And then on that line, they feel say, yes, this man, na a leader, we for recruit him for lay head the movement. So even if Adi Macaulay spoke at the time when people then feel say they go put nef na his throat, but regardless, he talk all the way. Then detain him for almost 4 days behind bars. Then pull him, but he still they doing duty, still they talk. Then you get Lansana Doumbouya, when our current Secretary General, he spoke, he wrote a letter, he was detained. Africano Sorisi say he wrote, he opposed, he was detained. He was invited to the CID. So not to one, not to two term. So this talk for say we lawyers, they afraid as a lawyer. Listen, the right way you get as a lawyer, imagine you are in a lawyer in front of a judge, when are we colleague, you dey invoke that judge in conscience because you know say they can't punish a colleague where you know say that in colleague they all take the same oath for uphold the law. So lawyer case no can go before we campaign, especially if they were sure of saying to believe the law and we know what you say to be true. You understand? So yes, then they suppress you, but that not for deter we from saying waiting if for be, except if you compromise. I mean, during the APC time, some of us, you go on my Facebook page, you go see articles that I wrote against my political party when they got it wrong in making appointments in parliament, when they got it wrong in other areas of the law. Will not keep quiet, we oppose them. I mean, how now when it come to this, when within a power, the current ACC boss, he make a all black protest. He communicated in dissatisfaction, in dismay over the way the former government they rule. Nobody no arrest them. Nobody no say Kanaya can sit down. You understand? So it just goes to show that if we follow them people there, we know go. So now let me come now to the area where you asked me about the lawyer society and the bar association. Lawyer society, yes, them formed because they were aggrieved. That is the truth. They're not right, they're not wrong, because UK, as I tell you, we get bar association, we get lawyer society, we get SILEX, Chartered Institute of Legal Executives. We get about 3 main associations where you cannot be, first of all, we cannot be in lawyer society. I mean, SRA, you cannot be regulated by SRA and regulated by the bar. You cannot be both. But you can be SILEX, like me, member of the SILEX. I'm a member of the SRA. You understand? So it's not bad to get 2 association. Let's just say this. But because they are aggrieved, they form the lawyers society. Where it's not good, because now then they can say now, okay, imagine lawyer society now. There are legislation that are pending. Anti-terrorism legislation bill is in a parliament now for legislate. Imagine if a position, and I'm doing a paper in some of the areas that I think they infringe on our human rights. Imagine if that paper they use lawyer society letterhead and communicate to the public for sensitize the public. So God and this they then go on at a lawyer society, because they don't want that force. They don't want that. That is the fear. So now then they try for suppress the lawyer society, then launching, then send police, then be want disturb. But it is because you get more liberal minds where say, you know what, let us form our association where they comprise now of lawyers and from all over the world, which is good. But I say the premise, the reason, the background as a result, now not good. Because not find out with this small country, about 3,000 lawyers, the whole country, and every year over 250 lawyers, and they recruit and they don't even get a pupillage tenure for practice. You know, you get not more than 10 pupils, people barrister and one chambers. Then they recruit 250. So you get over half of those kids not get side for do them pupillage. And then you can now you still get an association back with device, we divided. So it's not good for now. But I say
Yeah,
if
yeah.
but if that's immensely for civil liberties for thrive, for let the country get like keep tick na back door, make lawyer
Okay.
society form. That is why I've applied to become a member of the lawyer society, because I think
Okay.
it
Lawyer.
makes sense.
Okay, lawyer Ahmed. Ahmed Sesay, you know a well-renowned, lawyer. Nasir, most people know you for your work. Another question I will ask you, don't tell me say you come from a family of lawyers. Good. But why? What is so attractive to this law business na Sierra Leone, where almost all the people that where they graduate year after year, like how you say, over 300 are graduating to become a lawyer. What is so attractive to this law? And most of them saying they not get some, not even get space for doing them people, they shall not even get for get job. But what's in at the attraction before we go to we look into the whole judiciary system? What's in at the attraction into this
You
law?
know,
Me, I want to know today.
it used to be a noble profession. I have to confess, it used to be a noble profession in Sierra Leone, but today the education, the integrity of we lawyers, them, the caliber of lawyers them who they produce, I'm afraid, is not as top notch as we used to. Because members say, first time for let you sit on a bench with like Roland Wright, with other lawyers themselves, you ask, you the feel and say that week where they were the ABIP and you know say you dey near them but and Macaulay lawyers, you know. But today you they go na them law school then campuses. You they see how then they prepare. I go na McKinney, I want go lecture equity. I go na the class. I see the classroom, it packed like sardine. People then sit down. You see, then you they ask over 200 students in one class. Then you they see how
Whoa.
you go able to communicate, which you they go learn, how you go able to get assignments, how you go able to mark. You don't have a system, integrity system like Turnitin where you they deter plagiarism. You give picking their assignments and they go na internet or go na AI, then go generate the assignments, then copy with their hand, then can give you. You understand? Some you go put other lawyers, not all. You have good kids where I've come across very sharp boys and girls when are lawyers, but some of them you will not be impressed. Do you understand? Because the standards they don't compromise.
A drop.
From interview, you they see it's not what you know, it's who you know. Before they interview you for Cam Law School. Now, America, for instance, England is the most difficult country for become a lawyer in the UK. UK, any lawyer, for instance, like you they do me, I do me LLB. When I do me LLB, I get for do the the LPC back in the days, because now they know they do LPC again now SQ, so this not qualifying exam. When I do my LPC, you know don't know, I still get for do 2 years PPLH. When I don't do the 2 years PPLH, I they sit a professional conduct exams, when are the most difficult one. When you pass and now, then you become a lawyer. You understand? Not the way don't do you pupillage, you feel say you don't become a lawyer. They sit exams with difficult 8 modules again. For then they call you na the SRA. Then when are they free time? When you know the practice, you they do a continuous professional assessment after every year
3 days, yeah.
before you renew your license. You get for say yes are actually the practice actively. If you not do so, they know they renew your license. You understand? So, but Salon now, we don't become a lawyer. End of story. You're a lawyer. I let you go Paul post in case. And we then indemnify. Me law firm more the practice na Birmingham. Now only 4 areas they license, they insure we for practice. Not to all cases are they take. If not to employment, not to immigration, not to family and welfare and benefits, not to immigration, we know the taker. You understand? But yeah, person bring criminal case, so he bring civil case, so he meets lawyer. So, in other words, when you qualify as a lawyer now, you dey begin work instantly. When you qualify as an engineer na salon, some man no go give you host for bill. But yeah, you qualify as a lawyer, some man they call you, meet you in a court sef, they take you shall get case. Clients they don't know the difference. So now make engineers, it go take before then get a job. But picking then take and say, I should don't qualify as a lawyer. You don't begin take money for conveyance. It like you do bad job sef.
Okay.
You understand? So it's easier as a lawyer for begin old money. People they don't know the difference. Once a lawyer, they say a lawyer. You understand? But engineer now or doctor, not to the same. You know?
Not to the same, yes. And particularly like when you say standard don't drop. So you know that line lawyer and the way you go take put down if how them pass the exam. Suppose you not even step in a classroom, but at the end they get in certificate, in graduation picture says I'm a lawyer. It's quite tough. So now I want to be looking into the Sierra Leonean judiciary system. It's a mouthful, I'm afraid, guys. That particular one has always been a problem for me, and I am not a lawyer. So lawyer Sesay, please, I wonder you because I want I want know we viewers they want know Sierra Leone want know how people and they become a judge in Freetown. Is it by recommendation? Is it by merit? Obviously, what you don't do, what you don't achieve over the years, or now Mr. P now they pick you. Say what do
Well,
you want for
for
judge? So
become
explain to us,
you
please.
get a judicial council where parliament
Mm-hmm.
sets, where the president they set. This judicial council now then they select judges them, list of judges. When they don't select, they interview you, they look how much year you don't practice as a lawyer. Then I mean after where you don't willing for become a judge or you don't apply for become a judge. When you don't pass that first day, then recommend to His Excellency the President. Say these are the names that we think they fit and qualify for become judges, high court judges. And then the president now they look at the list. If he please them, then he give you a tenure. Some tenure is perpetual, forever. Some tenure, but normally it's 5 years. Then give a tenure of 5 years. That's for high court judges. Same goes to Supreme Court judge. The president's now they choose who they nominate who they feel safe for become a Supreme Court judge. Now, in the interest of democracy, one of the recommendations of the European Union at these past elections and the subsequent elections, they were suggesting that why not use the US system whereby judges are voted for? But again, if you say let them begin vote for judges, people then begin vote by region and tribe. So in other words,
But that's not now we get now though. I know they cut you what, sir.
uh-huh.
But it's similarly, that's what we have now.
Well, yes,
The president
because
picked the judge. He knows who.
even people in the
Yeah.
grumble say the last appointment of judges is mainly Southeastern, and that is people's opinion, waiting they say. I'm just quoting.
Mm-hmm.
They say almost the list was inundated with applicants mainly from the Southeast. And when the appointments come out, 75% of those names, the judges, the new list of judges, I think last year, now people then from the Southeast. So you come back for see why the state, the government is keen on entrenching or capturing the judiciary, because then just take and say if we have judges that are favorable to our agenda, I mean we can go out, get away with a lot of things, you know. But honestly, you ask me the kind of problem would happen at the other
Yeah.
side, like the bar situation. This I believe in I transcend at the courtroom.
Oh. Then if that's the case, then I think we have a problem, isn't it?
Yes, of course,
Of
because
the judiciary system is Sierra Leone.
beside this a takeaway, one of the MCC, we only allow the Millennium Challenge Corporation, they give we grants because we fulfill some key indexes, human indexes. One of them are the judiciary and the rule of law. The rule of law, the sensitivity of the court. Now, that was court for be very sensitive, even when it come to cases against the state, the court for be fair. So if that is the case, then the MCC go look and say, this na sober country where we able give grant. This na sober country where we able tell Microsoft or Apple for go invest in salon. We able grade them, say the court system is kind of sensitive to cases. The judiciary is okay. So, but if you go
Okay.
begin get them kind a judiciary way, the kind of people and they perceive, say the judges are not proportionately select for reflect the country in demographics. That is, if 33% is Timney, 34% is Mende, 22% is Limba, and so on and so forth. Demographics, the employment table for reflect, but not to so.
Mm-hmm.
If the law enforcement agencies, the criminal justice system skewed in one side, when I say the criminal justice system, that's alone, it start from the police. So if you go get police, you get 22 AIGs, 18 of them now from the southeast. You go get then you from then charge you na police and can go court. The lower court magistrate is predominantly from one region. And then you go back to from the magistrate court, you just go to high court, and then the same thing happen, and then they
No
convict you,
chance to
can go
leave.
prison, and predominantly prison back comprised of one region of the country. So how the criminal
Wow.
justice system they grow? This is the sensitivity
That,
of
exactly. That means it's been broken from the
this is
bottom.
the problem of the judiciary. And when you say
Yeah.
that, people then go try to comment, hey, and that is why I said what somebody asked me. Don't I make when somebody they ask me, Ahmed, if you were president for 1 hour or you become a president, waiting will be the first thing we do. I see they asked one my colleague last 2 weeks ago that question. I always get that question they ready in my mind. Say the first thing I will audit the civil service. I will audit the civil service and make it public. I know they do no changes. I know they fire nobody. I just they audit the demographic, the civil. This is what Rwanda did. Then just audit the civil service and see the demographics and how if it reflects the country. If the
Balance.
civil
Mm.
service show say it dominated by one tribe, then it's a security threat. Then it's an economic threat. I'm not alluding. I am saying what I'm going to do, that I'm going to prove the allegations, all waiting and they allege so. My first role is to do a civil service audit, and I'll get an independent international firm for can do a civil service audit from the military to the police to the civil service to every facet. Because let's face it,
Yep.
if we do not wipe away tribalism in Sierra Leone, regionalism in Sierra Leone, this country will not grow. The kids will not go to school. If they no say, if you na Limba man, you na Timni, or you Timni man dey na power, or this government dey na power, they know the employer. Or if in a Mende, if he'll say, if this other tribe dey na power, they know the employer, kids will not go to school. They know they go to school because they go say, why the heck? I no go sit on 10 year. I don't graduate until I wait, let me people learn kind of power. So we have to eradicate that. We have to legislate. We have to pass laws that will discourage tribalism in Sierra Leone, regionalism, sectionalism, irrespective of the political party where you do. I don't care. You be APC, SLPP. We have to make sure we do a strict quota system in all cadres of employment. You cannot have one tribe dominating the judiciary and then you think, say, justice will be dispensed equitably.
No. No, definitely not. Again, for be fair for all. To be quite honest, that is so worth what you just say. I hope to be viewers them online as well, the understanding, the taking, and they see the number they go up in us here in the studio. But on all, thank you so much. Most of the question one they ask. Lawyer Ahmed Sesay don't answer as well. I get another question. This is accountability and professionalism. Are there any specific case legal profession where you don't show any bias towards any particular party in
Well,
terms of the professionalism
it is
side?
these cases are always when the APC was in power, the SLPP will tell you that their cases will not be, the cases were not even empaneled by the Chief Justice. In other words, the case they not even send the file to judge for let judge go see the cases. You understand? They will tell you
Yeah.
also, say, uh, this other party kind of power, then go tell you, say, well, the one that I know is simple. You go bring these tripartites. The APC no go na court. The APC get problem with the elections. The, this is because there is little or no faith in the justice system. We only have tripartite international community intervening because we the normal route, will have been go to court, and
Yeah.
address you redress, seek redress from the court. But when people they not get um faith
Yeah.
na the judiciary, so there are cases to answer to your I mean that provide answer to your question. Yes, the opposition don't feel say they apply the appeal against the elections. Instead, they have the appeal. Instead, they remove 10 members of parliament from the opposition. Then the other hand, then we file for appeal, we protest that the elect for elections, we petition the outcome of election. Their cases were not heard. In conversely, then we they na power na the cases they had, and they remove through an through an injunction, they remove parliament, 10 members of parliament from participating, from voting. That aspect of the law will never comprehend. I ask my colleague, my learned senior lawyer, Kaloko, whom I revered so much. I said, please explain to me the legal implication of a court intervening in a parliamentary proceedings. The Constitution of Sierra Leone confers supremacy to parliament, way up there than the judiciary. So parliament is supreme. So how courts can order parliament to remove members of parliament in order to halt to interfere with parliamentary proceedings, remove 10 members of parliament? Can you do that? Even the Chief Justices of the United Kingdom will not go to the House of Commons and stop proceedings and remove 10 members
No.
of parliament when they are voting, taking a crucial vote to elect a Speaker of the House. I mean, what democracy are we practicing? Come on. So you ask me if there is any precedent where we don't see. I will talk to in the morning. Let me just stop from, yeah.
Okay. We don't look at the bar society, the law society, the judiciary, how judges were voted for, the biasness in voting, and also before I ask you the next question, tell me about the gender bias, the gender balance in this whole bar, law, judiciary, judges.
No,
If you got any stats,
the,
please.
the gender bias is intact. The gender bias, the credentials in terms of gender bias, the bar association, I will say they keep to that because two successive, the predecessor, now a woman, Madam Swallow. And the one way they purport, where they say he win, now a woman. And not for the first time. So we also had a female Chief Justice for the very first time in Sierra Leone, sorry. We also had a female Chief Justice, na Salon.
Yeah.
So that alone don't tell we say, yes, gender, the judiciary is gender sensitive. And yes, we also know say we can actually we don't get a track record in terms of gender. So you know go say bar association or the saloon justice system is not gender sensitive. Yes, we have a host of female justices, Supreme Court lords and ladies. We have Lady Vivian Solomon, revered. We have Lady Kuruma, we have Lady Kamara, we have Lady Samba. We have a lot of justices who are women. Thank God for that. And I'm proud of, I mean, at least let us say good things about the judiciary in that regards. You
Okay,
know?
so that means that's the only thing they're doing well
Yes,
then to get
yes,
good gender
yes,
balance.
yes.
Another question before we move to the last topic for tonight. Waiting you as a lawyer, who's kind, let's say, give three recommendation how for make this whole situation better. Just few, just name a few waiting because obviously this show is gonna go wide. People will watch it and say,
I
actually, yeah, Lawyer
I
Ahmed was right.
think the bar association of
Recommendation how to make this thing better
I think the bar
and less
the
bias.
bar association of Sierra Leone must revisit the bylaws and the constitution and completely discourage politics, and also do try for amend with differences. I dey recommend say forget an emergency conference. If they don't nullify the election, they say okay, they don't nullify the election because mind you, the association is run like a company. Those are the bylaws are reminiscent of a company. Now, like we get a company. And when the company get crisis, the board they meet, when are the judicial, when are the legal council, when are the GLC, then they beat, then do recommendation. So then for allow them for meet the GLC where they regulate the law, now this country where they appoint judges, let them meet and then recommend say, you know what, let us do this, take this path. Because of the animosity or the toxicity in the bar situation, we're going to organize a fresh election whereby now we say they should pretend. But strictly, if you belong to a political party, you are a card carrying member of a political party, you should not participate. You should not hold a position at the bar situation. That now that means way back, where they go deter active
Reform.
politicians. If you na way they know for any reason you get a card, a political affiliation, you should recuse yourself from holding a position, or you hold a position from holding a position at the bar association. All is not lost. You cannot replace your own bar association. We have the Lamina Sankos in, we have prestigious in at the Saloon Bar Association. We cannot allow it for fall like this. It's not possible, because Salon Bar Association is still Salon Bar Association. It's heavy, my sister.
Yeah,
Being a
but with
member,
politics,
being a
yeah,
member
but with
alone is
politics, we don't come
prestigious.
into
Huh?
yeah. But with politics, we don't come into it don't
When I mean, I
deep,
make
deep,
you
deep.
say, like, what
Probably for a good reform, now then we need for do
yes, like
scatter
what
the
you
whole thing.
say,
Let's
let
start
us
again.
listen to the regulators. The regulators, when at the GLC, the legal counsel, let them come in because they make recommendations and we follow those recommendations. And then if this regime, they allow them for stay, let us put a deterrent, say moving forward, for old position, again, if we suspect, say, can't carry member of a major political party. You understand? I mean, there are people
Yes.
like where you say, I differ, where you say the bar association or Sierra Leone legal, I mean, don't divide into APC or SLPP. No, there are people who are neutral, we not belong to political party, we not to parties and people within at the bar association. We get a very decent outlook, we they can run this association, we and know we get prestige, we get character. The bar
Yeah, but
association.
they can't. But their voice are not heard. Their voice are
Well,
not
that is
heard.
what I'm
Really.
saying. If they were to set a deterrent in the future, I mean, both sides, APC, we are very, we also get extra zeal for takeover the bar because, and that's also go bring suspicion. And we also have operatives at the APC who wants to become executive members. We imagine if me na organizing secretary or me na chairman of APC legal council, I want be chairman of the bar association or president of the bar association. They understand that is you cannot separate both. So that make us say, let us try and do our company bylaws and try for deter active politicians and from taking part, I mean, from holding key positions in the bar.
Okay. Thank you so much. Lawyer Ahmed. So now we go to the final topic for the night. Before I go to the final topic, you want to talk small thing about the Supreme Court?
Well, you see, the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone, it's you know, one, I mean, they follow the Supreme Court of Kenya in 2002 when the not elections, you know, when they nullified, I was so impressed for a sitting president for win the election. Then don't swear I'm in. I mean, then don't say this now in win. And then go then petition the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court nullify the elections. You know, it goes to show how if the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone really ready, say we're going to be independent, because they have a supervisory role to all the inferior courts, the High Court, the Civil Division and Criminal Division of the High Court, the Magistrates Court, the local courts, the tribunals, then get a supervisory role. If them independent, so maybe they say, instead of allowing the president for appoint Supreme Court judges, why not vote for them? Because if they vote for them, you know, it will be at least the allegiance will be to the people. In the United States, the police, district attorneys, they vote for them. So they're not saying that the people they vote them in, not to president give them power. But as long as now the president they appoint Supreme Court judges, I don't see no Supreme Court judge, you know, then they compromise and they serve na mortal man. You understand? I have seen some few Supreme Court judges dissent, and I respect them. I've seen them unleash legal opinion. I've seen them recuse themselves from sitting in cases where they no say their truth or espousing their duty
Conflict of
diligently might
interest, yeah.
compromise their security. So there are still few good judges out there in the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone, where I respect so much. But the intimidation, not just the judges are of high esteem, but then they afraid who security will then give them. We go now the host now, so now one SSD then give them. You understand? So then they're afraid. You cannot compromise the safety of our Supreme Court judges. Let us give them what they do. Some of them look now, all vehicle then give them. Supreme Court judges in Liberia, they receive $10,000 in salary, and then put together every 5 years a brand new car, a house, all the, they pay them well. And they secure them like a fortress. But in Sierra Leone Supreme Court, now one game police and they get, don't they say he's a Supreme Court judge. And when constitutional crisis come, we want let them they risk their life with their family, then they go for the net. So it go both ways. We get for prioritize our Supreme Court judges and make sure say we secure them, make sure say we the public day with them, we then go dispense justice without fear.
Okay, the Supreme Court judges, you may don't say before the High Court judges, then they vote for them. Now the judiciary can't, now the judiciary can't, and then they vote for Supreme judges.
No, then they vet them. The
president just appoint, they recommend,
the GL,
then they recommend
the Judicial Legal Council, now then they vet. Now they apply, now then they vet. But not to then they appoint. Okay. Then they vet you, they recommend to His Excellency, say, Pa, is worthy of becoming a judge. So the president can look now in credential, I mean, mark you it's only when it pleases His Excellency, then he appoints you
Okay.
as a judge.
Okay. All right then. So now we can go to the final topic for tonight. We do ask quickly. And thank you so much for keeping up with us. We know it's a long show, but it's very interesting. And the main thing is we did learn something alongside. So we did understand the ins and outs of the judiciary system in Sierra Leone. The bar, the law courts, the supreme, everything we did learn today. So today is a great lesson because we don't see what's not happening at Sierra Leone with the judiciary system, the bar society, the law society. Everybody seems to be going here and there. There's no control, there's no allude, there's nothing. So we're good today. We get wonderful lawyer Ahmed where they explain we step by step for educate we. So where we self team up now the public we want talk about we law court and stuff, we can able to say A, B, C, D, particularly me. So I'm quite grateful for this show today. It's well educated. The final topic for tonight, I want to talk about the journalist Nafrita that was arrested or detained, whatever you want to call her. Please, not just get with technical team. It don't tweet today, very interesting tweet. So I'll let lawyer Ahmed we can talk about it. There's limited information on this particular thing, but whatever we have, we will discuss. So this is what she tweeted. Her name is Sophie van Leveren. I think she's Dutch. Okay. There is no press freedom in Sierra Leone. Judge journalist Sophie van Leveren complained. Lawyer Ahmed, you're not a lawyer.
Mhm.
If let's say if you made a practice in Freetown today, you never know, you might be, standing in for her. And you get so many colleagues, this is your profession, you get so many colleagues. Freetown is your country, you get so many colleagues in the profession. So what is Sophie said today? How does this sit with you? This tweet where the one whole world don't see, the whole press. Sierra Leone, we've been on the news lately for so many negativity story. This don't can add again today. How does this tweet sit with you? Taking into account you so many of your friends and they into this profession. Press freedom,
Well, it,
law, journalist freedom, lawyer freedom,
it,
freedom of speech in general.
it's a relative term. You know, press freedom is a relative term. Waiting these journalists endure, I don't know the details. Waiting pass. But for all I know is I caution a statement made by the president of the Sierra Leone National Journalists who says, I think along the line of whosoever wants to practice journalism in Sierra Leone for some reason must be report or make the association aware along those lines. Now, if this woman say the press freedom, there is no press freedom, it can be from impersonal experience, but there is limited press freedom in Africa. Do you understand?
Yes,
You can say what you want. In terms of freedom, press freedom in the sub-region, there's no country like Sierra Leone right now. In terms of press freedom, Sierra Leone enjoy a better press freedom. But what is questionable if it is freedom of speech. That is what I hold. If you say there is no freedom, limited freedom of speech, I will subscribe to that. Because there is not everything you can say or sing, then you are sure. You understand? Like what Idi Amin say. He say there is freedom of speech, but he cannot guarantee freedom after speech. You understand?
yes,
For
of
press
course.
freedom, people have said the most outrageous things about this government. They not arrest them. People don't sing. People don't talk na audio. People don't say things. I mean, there will never be absolute because freedom is a limited right. When we will study human rights, freedom is a limited right. The right to life is a limited right. You have some rights that are limited, you have some rights that are unlimited. The right to torture is unlimited. You cannot say, would they torture you because you go above, you cannot. But the right to life is unlimited. In other words, They're not they guarantee right to life because when you kill, then get for kill you. Now being unlimited right. So now it's a limited right because we will not get the death penalty. Freedom of
Yes.
speech, if it compromise with security, is also limited right. You cannot say a press freedom where security is compromised. Now, as I say, with Sophie, in case it's unfortunate because I don't think she was treated right at all. I don't think they handled the case because this day and age, you have bloggers where they roam the world, all over the world, where they see them on YouTube. Then they go, then probe cases, then do documentary, then go without unhindered. But because the topic where this madam, I believe, say it can invade one way not pleasant to the regime, perhaps they embarrass them a little bit, which is not good for the state. You know, I have to say the truth. But in general, if I am to grade Sierra Leone in terms of freedom of speech, I mean press freedom, I will grade it higher than almost all the countries in the sub-region. You know, I
Okay.
mean, that is the truth when it comes to press freedom. But when you say freedom of speech, I go downgrade them back because they're not all things they talk now this country. Look them about them, we don't sing their music, then they all in a Gambia, Guinea, they run away because they don't guarantee you cannot say. You understand? Kenny, my boys, just sing, say the country it's wrong. Now them attack them, do ravage them, do everything. But Emerson in the past, they sing album, say the who they dance back. You understand?
That's
So
true.
freedom
We
of
did that,
press
yes.
freedom must not be confused, mixed up with freedom of speech. You know?
So in that case then, this is quite unfortunate situation for Sierra Leone then, and for the they say no press freedom. So you they say there's press freedom. Is it press freedom for the
No, no,
elite or the
I'm not
people that
saying
really
there
in
is
power?
I'm not saying there is absolute press freedom. Let me
Okay.
retract. I am not saying there is absolute press freedom. I am not saying. I say comparatively, there is a
To
better press
others.
freedom. I say, but for Sophie, in case she was badly treated, from what I gathered,
Yeah.
and it is not good
Okay.
for our image, it is not good for our country at all.
Yeah.
Because bloggers, them,
Yeah.
they all over the world and they roam. Nobody, not for treats somebody and call. I mean, she's a grown-up woman, a professional. You know, go just concoct a lie against we system if they not treat them, if they treat them fairly. You understand? You know, go can no more and say
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, let's face it. Now, these are knocking ones. When people then lie, then concoct a story, say, hey, we'll not do so, they expect we for believe. No, nobody no go just come and lie, say she was maltreated to this, you know, he right. Then they say, now you make a story, you want look the country, look. No, if they were not treated fairly, it can come, he do
They
it,
will
he
say it.
investigate, he right what he get for right. If we're not guilty, we're not part of anything, we not get nothing for worry about. You cannot just come, you say, hey, would they detain a journalist? I mean, imagine these people, their pen is mightier. Their audience is high. Their forum where they listen to them, they're up there. And we're trying to rebrand Sierra Leone. You know, go just come because they try to rebrand the country from you. I mean, that is also um it's not palatable for anybody in
Yeah.
consumption.
Okay, so this limited press freedom, let me see what you they say, or this press freedom where you refer to, is it just for the elite? Meaning you were in a power that you get the press freedom. Anybody else, there's no freedom.
Well,
Is that what you're referring to?
I
Or you
will
say
say
is you the
so.
generalize that for
I will
others?
say so because I've seen journalists like don't say things where ordinarily if not been journalists who then perceive for dinner the other side like they don't detain her. I have seen people don't express themselves when are bloggers don't talk, we go away with them. Where other people, you know, I mean, if not be other people, before tell well. You understand? So now make her they say it kind of difficult for say at this point in time, you go look at freedom, press, you say we are at best. I'm just saying, comparatively, you cannot have, look, you cannot say, you see me, I want to be very honest and sincere with my answers, not because I'm an APC, I must say. I'm saying
Yes.
comparatively press in Sierra Leone because I've seen articles. I don't see them cartoon the president. I don't see them talk about the first lady. I don't see them talk about Anes in the past. I don't see them do. So relatively, you know, go say there is no press freedom. People and they write every day but Diamond turned to stone. Vice President Tip Diamond, David Schengen said this. Last week, the press vindicate David Schengen, say all sort of things. He understand very small country in this world. You go right, but the government so they not put you in a tight place. So relatively, I am not saying there is absolute press freedom. Oh, not get me wrong. You understand, eh?
Yes.
But it's curtailed comparatively. But it is still
So
better
you,
than most countries. But waiting
okay.
happened with Sophie is not good for Sierra Leone and it's not fair
So,
the way they treated
so
her.
if you say okay, so if you say now the government will go into overdrive for damage control because this don't cause another damage to
Well,
Sierra
you
Leone
see,
once again.
it conflicts with the president's agenda. If the president's agenda is to, because the last parliament opening, because we as opposition, we take the president to task from his manifesto, after his manifesto, his parliamentary opening and his avowment in parliament. We say, they can't do this here and my agenda this. The president say he want to encourage tourism. He want to encourage equitable investment from foreign capital investment. So if you get a press right now where they tell you, say, the press, like foreign visitors or a press, were not
Are not
welcome or they're manhandled because waiting them perceive as, you know, the police not handle them fine, you get for worry. I'm not saying the little I know that I'm not trying to be one-sided, but the little I found out from waiting happen, I'm not happy the way they treated her. And there could have been a better way for Twitter, for the image of the state. That's all I'm saying. Because as a taxpayer, it's my right. As a lawyer, as I said, it's my right to communicate the position of the law when I think a press freedom or human rights freedom. Members say
is
we
being
have
infringed.
international
Yes.
conventions. We also protect that woman. We get the rights do for living at this world and for go about and propagate your own ideals and pursuing happiness any sign of the world is supposed to be covered. So if you feel say whether the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, whether the Convention Against Torture, whether every convention with allow signatory, will get for look when even you detain somebody outside in will, you know read them in status, you not allow them to a lawyer. You ask them without you detain them without caution. But putting the way they infringe on somebody rights,
Okay.
where you understand, where it go only to task,
Yes.
you know.
Okay. So the last question is there more to the story? Should we look out for more? Is more gonna come out?
Well, I don't know because so far, I mean,
And
uh, there is no, there's no proof that she's taking it further. I'm not sure, especially this woman. There is no proof that she's dragging us to International Human Rights Court. Until then, whatever they come on, I just they say it's up to the state now in the future for begin. Imagine the president, the government don't decriminalize libel. That is their flagship. They say libel is no more criminal. And then
mm,
you all then they replace them with cybercrime. By right, waiting then all our hunt for so if
yeah,
last year we then come we then pull the we then decriminalize
like
liable. It's not supposed for being a prison because na civil matter. You understand? Now they replace her now with now they call it derogatory, then give and take. Now they replace her with section 42 of the cyber crime. We then say if not for bully, threatening or bullying someone. And also one will argue when the crime occurred. and when the legislation was passed, whether it predates the legislation. And you cannot retrospectively charge somebody to court for a crime where you feel say you not been legislated, except when inhumane crimes under the ICC. But you can make a law when October, then legislate a law, and then they commission the crime 6 months down the road, and juxtapose that, can charge. All that one day they raise concerns whether human rights law, rule of law, human rights are guaranteed in the country. So now I make some of them think they are lawyers, them waiting near the president for advice, say, some of this cyber crime, because it's a tool that the other party might use tomorrow in a way we will not go happy. I make we not want that.
Yes.
Tomorrow, they want for Siri back, they condemn the next government if they misuse this cyber crime act. So we not want let them use it as a tool for silence the opposition, as a tool for silence dissidents. But everybody now cybercrime act, cybercrime act, cybercrime act. Tomorrow, if he land at the wrong hands, trust me, it will be deadly. Because now you create the weapon you give your opponent, and he go use it against you. Nobody not go defend you. Today we might appear like clowns. Like say they sabi talk, then they talk book. Hey, now then sabi book.
Yes.
Hey, now then this. Tomorrow they want to hear you voice back. Because we not go, then go want, hey, why make it not be the talk? That is why if this is an indictment to my colleague lawyers. Say, when una see a wrong today, una rectify am. Tomorrow it might come for haunt you.
Okay. I just want to say thank you very much to everybody. Before I say me goodbye, you want just give me in few minutes, just in conclusion, just give it for we to don't discuss today.
Yes, just one miss also while at the thanking, I go also remind we as we obligation as citizens. Which makes salon don't go bien. Anybody who then get opportunity for say things matters we concern your country, pull your political cap off, put on a corner. Say something that will benefit your generation yet unborn. Say the truth.
Yeah.
In say you they go one day when those Muslim and the Quran tell me say there will be a day when you will not be able to talk. It will be your hands, your feet that will be we go answer you, Lord. So members say that politician who you feel say he go die for. When then they go bury you, the longest time people then they wait at your graveside, maybe not 2 minutes, 3 minutes, all man don't left your grave. So when you have opportunity for say matters we concern Sierra Leone, let no pressure, no peer pressure or political pressure make you deter from the truth. Say the truth as it is. Save the country. If it's right, say it's right. Where it is wrong, say it is wrong. If we all think the same way for we country, go before. When the judiciary, when I wrote a letter for the abolishing the jury or mitigating the jury services, His Excellency tell Al-Fakar for tell me thank you. Yes. He say, tell Ahmed thank you. I received a letter, tell and thank you. Because I said stuff that ordinarily maybe in people that will surround are not good tell them. I remind that waiting Mina, former Attorney General, get for fidgeting with the law, we can bet and later. Some of the laws areas we are changed in the law. So let us say the truth. You don't know whose side they go. In people, other SLPP people, and they cost me say they oppose the SLPP, all kinds of things, while His Excellency the President asked his aide to thank me. Because some of the things what I advise and what I say make sense. So let we not delve into politics, stay we forget to civil duties. Let us say the truth and save Sierra Leone. Ramadan Mubarak, do not forget your people at home. Give something, not just Sierra Leone. If they Guinea, then they Gambia, then they keep fast. Please, Allah command we say, remind yourself. Have you remind yourself to feed the poor? Now that duty there they do too now. So if I reach the Ramadan Mubarak, may the Almighty accept our prayer. May the Almighty Allah change Sierra Leone for the better. I thank you very much.
Amen. Amen. Finally, thank you so much to the viewers them online, to the technical team, GS Momo, Emo Bangura. And thank you so much for making this possible Sunday after Sunday for every dinner for serve the people of Sierra Leone in this wonderful TV platform, Diaspora TV Online. I want to thank all the viewers that will join me tonight. We're grateful. We're not taking it for granted. And I thank you so much for supporting this platform. Your support means a lot. Your support is what keep us going. We want to do more. We want to talk more because of Una. So now, thank you. Plenty. Thank you to you guys all. Technical team, my co-host Sweet Bonita, Owanka. So Una, thank you so much for taking a technical team. Jess Momo, Junior, and then the wonderful Mo. Thank you so much, Ramadan Mubarak. On a good night, and goodbye. Good night.
King boy lover. Me had it, so yeah. This thing don't find it, don't really mourn. Yeah, the way our people dying, no sweet again. Oh na. We call fear people them they suffer. Oh na. But been cheap, but now we dear. Oh na. Music shine and sing, they no hit again. The people they sell no profit again. Man and they watch film. We want for know if not the actor go die. On the toughest go left. We still they watch film. See other country they act fast. We they act like wef. Man and they watch film. Kudos to Niger and Mali. Who done now they can free we still they watch film. We want for know if not the actor go die. On the toughest go left. Man and they watch film. The people not able to talk because they don't see them right. Yeah. When they want for talk again, yeah. And then go take them life. Yeah. Politicians they live good life. See them they chill with them wife. Yeah. Now them they drive good cars. Why the masses they cry? Then just they kill and they chill in a prison. They act or they watch. I swear you know they talk thing. But I no blame nobody. Now the director. Where direct this film. We don't take the script and give unto the wrong person. Now we don't spoil it.